welcome to another vlog. We're going to the Tangerine Fan Virtual Event experience in Toronto and US.
Okay, so what Gian says is we're going to join Tangerine Fan Virtual Event experience. Bali, ito yung isa sa mga napanalunan namin kasi na pili yung photo na in-upload namin during Raptors game.
What?
So nag-invite sila, nag-send sila ng invite Webex. Hinihintay lang namin mag 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock na ba? Wala, isa pa lang nag-join. So we're the first attendees. We have one host and what's that MLSE?
My kids just got out of school for the summer, so I get a little bit of rest.
Sounds good, and it's nice and sunny where you are, Antonio. Sitting outside, making us jealous back here. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I am doing great. I hope everybody else is well. Thanks so much for having me. Just like Mo, everything's good in my life. Actually, my second oldest daughter just had a baby Saturday, so I'm a grandpa for the second time. I don't know if I like it yet, but it's truly a blessing to have another one.
That's wonderful, though. Yes, congratulations. Before on air here, I guess you guys were kind of going back and forth already with some little remarks, so this will be a fun 45 minutes that we have here.
Are you excited? We're the only guests.
Have you both seen or talked to each other over the last little while?
Well, you know what? Antonio's been, he's been like doing me like this since I was a rookie. That's my guy, man. Stop it.
We'll have to maybe put up.
That was my guy. That's my guy right there.
Yeah, pull out some of those stories over this next little bit. Well, I'm going to start with some questions, and then we're going to play a little game with the winner being the one who knows the most about the other person. I don't know if you were prepped on this, but get those wheels spinning here. So we're going to start right now with some questions. Antonio, I want to start with you because you played for the Raptors not one but two separate occasions, and you've also covered the team as an NBA analyst. So can you share with us your feelings on how the Raptors organization and the game of basketball has really developed across the country here in Canada?
Well, first of all, it was amazing to come to the Raptors during that time. I felt like basketball was a sport that had the opportunity to come there and grow, attract a lot of great fans, as you can see now. And I think it was just a matter of time before they were going to be in the position that they are now, which are NBA championship caliber organization. I can remember, going there and wondering, how the experience was going to be, but the organization in general invited me in, showed me around, showed me facilities in the city, and I really just enjoyed it, and that's why I spent so much time there. I brought my family up, bought a home, and did the whole 9 yards. But I was really impressed with just the growth of the team from then to now. When you go there, there's a totally different feel. I think everybody understands, kind of what are going to be the needs of players as they come to Toronto and are able to provide that. And now you see a lot of players that are coming up there and really staying for long periods of time, just depending on what's going on. And the fans have just been, they've been tremendous. Any game you're watching, especially playoff games, you see all the excitement there. And I know Mo can attest to this. The first time playoffs being played outside the United States, the games were crazy, and I think we were super excited about the accomplishment and sharing it with those fans at that time. It was just a tremendous time.
Absolutely. Let's talk about that little first push into the playoffs for the team. More, you brought up yourself that rookie year, 2000-2001. Can you describe just how good that team was? Take it back then.
You know what? I tell my friends all the time, people who ask me about that team, how good it was, or how good we could have been. And I remember working on that, getting to the Raptors, getting to Toronto.
and not really knowing what to expect either. But Antonio, those guys embraced me. They took me under their wing, and I mean, they made it. Honestly, they made my rookie year run smooth. I mean, I couldn't have asked for better guys. With Charles Oakley, with Vince, with Dale Curry, Muggsy Bogues. I mean, we had some guys who really had high basketball IQs, and I was just trying to, rookie. I wasn't trying to talk too much, say too much. I was just trying to soak it. And just to be able to, look at the atmosphere and see the game of basketball in Toronto from the playoffs when we first started, and then seeing them post the World Championship trophy. It brought tears to my eyes because the fans deserved it. They've been so loyal from day one, and for them to.
Are you happy?
Basketball in Canada. I watched.
Fred.
It's so many guys getting Canada all across the globe, but all across the country. It's unbelievable to see that. I mean, you seeing Vince and Antonio and those guys. Without them, it wouldn't be no Jamal Murray's. There wouldn't be no Corey Joseph. There wouldn't be all these guys coming out of Canada. Without seeing. I remember. Them talking about, when Vancouver left, they were, it was whisper saying that, in Toronto, they might be moving and, different things.
Right.
Our fans weren't letting that happen. They came to all the games, supported us, and, especially in the NBA, once you start talking about the attendance and the money thing, it made sense as well, too. So I was just honored to be able to experience that, experience those guys, and that's something I cherish for the rest of my life.
Mm-hmm. You're talking about the fan presence too. It's true. It's Canada's team, and just I guess last week we were celebrating that 2-year anniversary of that championship run in Toronto, and just that wild scene with the parade and just the amount of people that came to join in on the celebration. So yeah, it's fans are incredible. That's for sure. Yes. And Antonio, I want to talk to you about the WNBA, because Tangerine, who we're joined with here today, was recently announced as the first ever partner of the WNBA in Canada. Can you tell us why you believe the women's game is so important, and maybe you have a little connection with it?
Not quitting on the play, and it was just a lucky play, but it does not compare. Look, let me get this straight. What Kawhi did and what I did does not compare. His is number one. Hands down, man. That's the shot heard around the country right there that he did. Mine just altered some playoff history. But if we won that game, then we got to end up, getting a different seed, to play New Jersey that year, the first round. So, it was a great experience, a play I won't ever forget, and it's something that the kids never let me forget. But it's something that I cherish.
That's wonderful. And since you're talking about your achievements, Antonio, we often ask players to talk about their own achievements, but now I'd like you to tell us what made Mo Pete such a special teammate.
Wow, man.
I gotta hear this. Let me see.
I had a huge appreciation for what Mo said is, he was seemingly always ready to play. If he was on a bench, you didn't see him messing around, you saw him paying attention, and he didn't say much, but you could tell he was always listening to what was going on. And you knew that he was going to play the game a long time, coming out of Michigan State, and I knew I'd watched him in college. So that I knew what he was going to be, but that play that he described really tells a lot about him. You know what I mean? To not play the whole game and then be ready to go in there. First of all, a lot of guys would have needed to stretch and do everything, but I'm sure he learned you never know when your number's going to be called. So when it's called, you go out there and you be ready, and you don't want to let your teammates down either. I'm sure one of the first things he learned coming into the Raptors is we were really tight, all of us. We would go to dinner, hang out, whatever the case may be. So you never wanted to let your teammates down, and Mo never let us down. We asked him to guard the best player. We asked him to take big shots. We asked him to move positions a couple times, and he did everything that was asked of him. So as far as having a rookie there, you can't want any and get anything more from a young guy, but to come in and listen, do what you tell him to do, work hard. And he checked all the boxes. So I commend him for having a great career. And I know that he may not think that was a big shot, but the way that he did it makes that a big shot to me.
Thank you.
There you go. You said he was quiet. I've talked to JYD a couple times, and whenever he's asked who the funniest Raptor was in that year, he says you, Mo.
He did, man.
I don't know. JYD was a funny guy, man.
I was about to say, he's
never a dull moment with him. Always
never,
man.
never.
That's my guy there.
It's still all that energy too. Yeah. So Mo, it's your turn then. How about you tell us a little bit about your teammate Antonio?
Antonio, man, you know what? To be honest, Antonio was real hard on me. He didn't like me. No, I'm just joking. No, you know what? I couldn't have asked for a more patient, a better guy, a better veteran. I used to come to Antonio a lot. You know, ask him questions. You know, his door was always open. He was a guy who, you know, I admired. I watched. I loved how hard he played. You know, me watching his when he played on Indiana. All you heard was about those Davis boys. They played so hard. I thought they were brothers. You know, real serious. I thought y'all were brothers at first. But he played hard, and I knew when I came to that team that you know, it's a standard. It's a standard that you have to play up under, and defensively, offensively. Antonio always talked to me on defense, and my parents, my father used to say, "Hey, you know, whenever if you can play with a big man with a nice basketball IQ, you know, that can that's tough, that can rebound, that can knock down that 15, 17 footer, you know, you keep them close." So, you know, I wasn't a fool. Antonio was skilled. I didn't know how skilled he was offensively until I got to the Raptors, and because he played so hard defensively. I mean, he talked on D. He was always up. He never took a play off. So I couldn't take a play off, you know, because here I am. I mean, I'm a rookie. I got these guys who played in the finals, who's played so much meaningful basketball. I would have been a fool not to listen to him, you know, not to listen to them. And I credit a lot of my success. I was first team all rookie that year. I remember the first game we lost. I felt like it was the end of the world. I'm in the shower crying, you know, and Antonio came up and said, "Hey man, it's only one game and we got 80 games left, man." You know. he was always somebody I could talk to, and I remember the year Vince got hurt, a lot of people doubted us and they counted us out, and they were like, "Oh, you know what? You know, we can go ahead and hang this up. The season's gonna be over." And we took that as a challenge. We knew we could play the game of basketball. We knew what team we had. And we rode Antonio's coattail. I mean, screen and roll, pick and pop. Antonio was there. He was just making every shot. I mean, unbelievable. I mean, the way he played. I couldn't ask for it more. He great stand-up guy on and off the court. And then he jinxed me too, because he had a boy-girl set of twins. When I first
You are a bunch of boy.
Man, and now here I am with 3 sets of twins because of Antonio. I'm still following his lead, and I still need to call him for advice on his kids, because it seems like my daughter, our girls be the tough ones.
They be the tough ones. Yes, they do.
That's
But, people counted us out, and we won like 17 of our last 18 or 19 games. We went through a stretch. I mean, we got in the playoffs. We really let people know, man. Because a lot of times Vince did so many amazing things. I don't think people understand what Vince do. And he was underappreciated, I believe. And you know, they were counting us out and they saying that without him we couldn't do anything. So we took that as a challenge, and he was one of the guys who was on the forefront of helping us sustain that and get to where we were. And it's just a joy to be around. Great all around guy. And man, I couldn't ask for a better vet or a better guy who'd been through the experience on it and off the court. I could always ask every situation. I could always ask him even about life. You know.
Yeah, that's important too. Well, yeah, it's so cool that you're taking us.
Mo. I got you. I got that check in the mail. Got it. I appreciate that, bro.
Okay. Send that out to PetersonKids.inc.
Well, that was a little warm for that was a little warm up for the game we're about to play called Know Your Teammate. So both of you are going to be asked 5 different questions about each other, and whoever gives the most correct answers and knows their teammate the best wins. All right. So here we go. I'm going to start with Mo right here. I've got the questions beside me. Your teammate Antonio was born on a special holiday. Was it Valentine's Day or was it Halloween?
You know what? I would say because Antonio, he was.
Stumped already.
I would say Halloween because he's a scary guy.
You're correct. It was Halloween.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what? It's scary. Even though I thought about it too, because Antonio used to lick his lips all the time like LL. So it could have been Valentine's Day. But like I said, I'm glad I got the answer.
All right, what a start. Okay, Antonio, let's see if you can get this one. Does Mo Pete have greater than or less than 50,000 Instagram followers / fans?
Less than.
Are you looking?
He has another phone right now.
Popular guy. He's a
greater
popular guy. 1,000? I'm gonna say greater.
It's correct. It is greater than. There you go. Tight. One up. Stop.
You need to show me how to do that, bro. I have no idea how to do that. So you gotta hit me on the game. I need some love. I need some followers, bro.
Little project. That's funny. Mo, this one's for you. Here's another one. On which Raptors all-time list is Antonio higher? Is he higher on the all-time rebounds list or on the all-time blocks list?
I would say rebounds. Because I know he averaged.
Correct.
I can't help you, Mo. I don't even know myself.
Well, you had a lot of block shots, but I would say rebounded.
Yeah, another point for you. All right. And Antonio, here's your second question. How many players are...
No, that ain't fair. That ain't fair.
It's easy.
I did guess too. You had a lot of blocks though. You and Keon used to be, man. Keon Clark?
Man. Keon Clark was a beast. We all know what happened. We'll let that one go. Next question.
Okay, next question. It's for you, Antonio. How many players are ahead of Mo Pete on the Raptors' all-time games played list? Is it 2 players or is it 5 players? All-time games played list.
All-time games played list. Is it 2 players or is it 5? I'm gonna say 2 players.
Yeah, 2 players only. Famous split there.
Nah, he got on that.
I said I thought I kept you guys off with these questions, but so far so great.
Mo was there, but
That's a good one. We 2 for 2. You know, we competitive. I don't like to lose either, man. This is the battle. This is the battle of the twin dads right here.
Exactly. Yeah.
yes.
Battle of the Twin Dads. Okay. Well, here's your next question, Mo. What does the name Antonio mean? Does it mean priceless or does it mean marvelous? Does Antonio even know what it means?
I'm pretty sure he doesn't, because I don't think he has any books in his house either. I would say, marvelous. Marvelous.
Antonio.
You say Antonio.
Right?
I'm thinking about that in French. What is it?
Antonio means
Correct.
priceless.
Priceless.
Oh, you're first. The first.
Come on, man.
It's okay.
You got, hey, Ken, you got to give him
I didn't know that.
question.
I didn't know that.
Man, I knew you did.
I'll be fair. I didn't know what that meant.
I knew you did, man. Hey, Ken, you have to give him a hard question, Ken.
Okay, that's what I can do here. Okay. Antonio, what was Mo Pete's favorite team growing up? Was it the Pistons or was it the Bulls?
I have no idea. But I don't think he was a Pistons fan. I'm gonna go with the Bulls.
Mo?
Honestly,
You can't ask him. He's just gonna say the answer. No.
right?
No.
Here.
No. We can't ask him. No.
I mean, you know what? I
Tell the truth.
I was.
Tell the truth. Tell the truth.
I was. See, man, you sound like you when I was a rookie, man. That's what he used to tell me too.
Yes. But do you feel like you still have to listen?
Man, right.
The truth.
I would say, I mean, come on, Detroit Pistons. You know, I'm from Michigan.
No,
You know,
you wasn't.
Michigan, Tom. Man, come on, man.
Who's your favorite player? Who's your favorite player? Who's your favorite
Who's my
player?
favorite player? Isaiah. That's my guy. Isaiah.
You were either gonna say Isaiah or Joe.
Isaiah, Joe Dumars. Joe Dumars was quiet. Joe Dumars was quiet on the court. He didn't say much on the court, and I patterned my game after that.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Okay.
I'll give
We
you
did
that.
have just to put it out there, I did have the Pistons as the answer
Okay.
over here. So it's still tied.
All right, I'll take it.
Okay. Okay, Mo, this is a two-part question here. Antonio attended the University of Texas, El Paso. What was their team name? Was it the Miners or the Majors? And who was his teammate on that team? Was it Tim Hardaway or Penny Hardaway?
Okay, I would say, first of all, UTEP two-step. You know, definitely was Tim Hardaway.
Mm-hmm.
And I think UTEP, they're the Miners, but they're major. But I think they're the Miners.
Correct. Back in the league.
That was a good guess, Mo. That was a good guess, Mo.
You see how I had to spin it? I had to spin it like that. You know, y'all major, but you know, I think y'all the Miners.
All right. Let's see if
Stop it.
you can get that third point here, Antonio. Mo Pete has a restaurant back in Flint, Michigan. Maybe you've been. Is it called Mo Pete's Sports Retreat or Mo Pete's Good Eats?
Tone, you know better.
I know it's kind of a sports bar themed place. I do know that. It's not called Goodies. Yeah, Mo would use his name. He that yes. Yeah, I'm gonna say Mo P Sports Retreat.
You are correct. How long have you had that, Mo?
See,
Since 2017, we opened our doors, and Kat, that was an easy question because Antonio, he know if it would have been called Mo P's Goodies, I would have got a phone call from Antonio saying, "Man, what is going on, Mo?
What are you thinking?
You've been watching too many
Mo, what the heck are you doing?
Right, you've been watching too many Sierra videos or something, man.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Well, we're tied at 3. So let's see what happens. These are the last questions here. So Mo, Antonio represented the Raptors at the 2001 NBA All-Star Game. Was the game held in Philly or was it played in Washington? 2001.
2000.
But you don't know.
Let me see. Man, we gotta go back that far now.
That's with the
I would say, because I mean, it's first team offer. I would say, Washington. DC.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was Washington.
Yeah.
Oh,
So you just believe there's a lot of pressure on this last one here. No?
This one, that's just luck. Yeah, that's luck.
Question.
Yes.
Whew. All right. Mo Pete was once the NBA's active leader in which category? Consecutive free throws or consecutive games played? Was once the NBA's active leader in consecutive free throws made or consecutive games played?
Oh, his games. He was not. No, his games played for sure. Come on, Mo.
Hey, we have a tie with you both. Tie game. I don't even have a tiebreaker
Hey, hold on,
here.
Kat. Hey, Kat,
Okay.
hold on. Do I win? I think I win because I got one more question right than him.
I thought you might. Yeah, there was a double there. The major minors, right?
We gotta go to
Come on now.
We gotta go to the score. Tony, we gotta go to the score clock on this one, man. We gotta go to the score clock on this one, man. I don't know.
That's awesome.
You bring up a very valid point, though. You do. It's valid, but no, that's not the way it works, bro.
So we're leaving it as a tie. I'll let you discuss, like I said, once we wrap things up here. I do want to get to some fan questions as well because they're coming in here on the chat on the screen, and that's kind of the cool part about this. The fans watching were able to send in their questions for you as well. So I have a question here, Antonio, from Brody. What is the funniest thing that's ever happened to you while playing for the Raptors?
The funniest thing. Man. Some of them stories I can't even tell. Being in that locker room, Mo, you know how that is. These guys are crazy. To be honest, we had so much fun. I mean, between Muggsy and Dale and all those guys, we were all Alvin Williams. I mean, these guys really kept everybody's spirits up. And I don't know if I can actually say any one thing that was funny, but I do know that we had a lot of good times, and I'm glad that I shared that experience with those guys. And like Mo said, anytime we were challenged, I'm sure we were serious about it. But as soon as it happened, we laughed about every single thing. I remember on the bench one time, you may have remembered this, and we were watching video, and we were in Miami, and Dale Curry was running down the floor like everything was okay. And then all of a sudden, he just fell like an old man. We were like, oh, what happened? And you remember he pulled his hamstring or something like that? It looked like he got shot in the back of his head. It's just, it was moments like that, like every single day with these guys. It was always something that happened, and we cherish it as a funny moment. But I can't even think of anything that was super funny that stand out as my most funniest moment. But we had a lot of moments like that.
Can I chime in on and tell one of my stories?
Yeah.
But Antonio would attest to this too, because we always watching game film of the other teams, so they watching every play that we do, guys and stuff. Something's gonna happen out there on the floor. No question, you're gonna trip. Something's gonna happen. But I remember we were playing the Pistons, and I can't remember who we played the night before, but Vince threw me the ball, and when I was running, I was trying to catch it, and my leg gave out too, and I fell so hard, like man, embarrassingly hard. So the next day we getting on the court, and Rip and those guys, Tayshawn and them, we getting ready to play them. And I'm sitting, getting ready to line up around for a jump ball before the game. And you know how you greet everybody and say what's up to everybody, so I'm saying what's up. And Rip Hamilton, Tayshawn, and those guys came up. Hey man, we saw that film yesterday of you falling against such and such. Man, they all was crying, laughing on the court right before they like
Right before, yeah, what a moment right before you're ready.
right. So you can't miss anything on the, you don't, especially if you don't miss anything on the court, because we watch so much film and we watch so many different plays. Like something is gonna happen, somebody's jersey gonna get pulled down. Something is gonna happen, and we always remind each other about that too, because it's a brother. NBA is a brother too. We all compete against each other, but we have a lot of love and respect for each other, and that's one of the things I'm proud of, having that camaraderie with guys around the league, not just competing against them, but forming and forging relationships for the rest of your lives.
Most definitely, yeah. That's awesome. I have another question here. Seeing how you were previously Raptors, do you still watch the Raptors play? And if so, who are your favorite Raptors on the current roster?
Of course. I always watch. I love. I'm a diehard Raptors fan. I love the team, what they've accomplished over the last couple of years. Besides doing a great job. I would say one of my favorite guys is Kyle Lowry. He is a funny guy. And he's breaking all my records, man. The 3-point record, it seemed like one year I was texting him every other week saying, "Hey, congratulations, bro." He's done a great job. He's one of the fan favorites. Bubbly personality, a guy who gets it. It's a joy watching him. The Raptors got a gym when they got him, and I tell him this story all the time too. When I was playing for New Orleans, and this is when Kyle was playing for Houston, and here he is, small guy, still had his baby fat on him a little bit out there on the court. He was just a beast, and after one time out, he just walking past us, mean mugging us, and we're like, man, who was this little first year, second year? Who's this guy, man? Go get out of here somewhere. But I admired it, because he was just feisty. And then when he got on the Raptors, you could just see this look in his eye. And every time I talk to him, when we're doing the playoffs, I text him, hey, bro, when you played for Houston, you had this look in your eye. I want to see that look in your eye, for this series or something. We just always remind each other, because he calls me, every once in a while, we text each other, and just to see, his development and what he's done on that team, and his infectious attitude and his work ethic. All those guys are kind of a product of his hard work and his determination. So it's good. It's very good to see them.
Yeah, most definitely. We were talking to Muggsy yesterday, and he was asked what current player would he bring back to that 2001 team, and he mentioned Kyle as well. How about yourself, Antonio? Oh, I don't know if we've got him there. Can you still hear us, Antonio? Yeah.
I coached Fred VanVleet when he was younger, and I knew. Yeah, can you hear me? I'm sorry. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Yes. Yeah.
No.
There's so much sun out there, Kat. You're just enjoying yourself out there in the sun.
Yes.
If you look here in Michigan, it's gloomy outside. Sun isn't out. I wish I was there, Antonio.
Okay. Yeah, I coach Fred Van Vliet.
He didn't hear us.
I think he's behind a little bit, so now he hears the comment.
Hey, it's the weather, bro. You know, it's the weather. I made Fred Van Vliet. I know you guys can't hear me, but he, I love the way that he's into his role. He's just to watch him since he was 9, 10 years old to where he is now. It shows a lot about his work ethic and his dedication to the game of basketball. So yeah, I am a Raptor fan, and I love watching Fred Van Vliet play the game of basketball.
All right, I'm going to get to a couple more questions here. You're in and out there, Antonio, so we're just trying to get the connection better here. I do have a question here for Morris from Fan 2. Mo, what was your favorite team to play against? Favorite team?
Audio is behind.
What was my favorite team to play against?
Yeah, question came in.
You know what? I would say this. I liked playing in Phoenix. For some reason, it was for me being a shooter. I was excited about being in shooting gyms. You know, because the basket just seemed bigger. The backdrop seemed different sometimes. And I remember being in Phoenix, and I don't think I had a bad game in Phoenix. You know, I think I probably averaged over 20 points against Phoenix, and I can't explain it. It's just, I think they were just a team that you look at Steve Nash, the way they played the game. We knew it was going to be a fast-paced game, going to be a lot of points scored, and that's one of the teams I remember saying. Them in Dallas, they had such fast paces. You know, points were going to be up. That's how I like to play. I didn't even like to play the slow up game. You know, I was telling someone a couple of days ago how the NBA game has changed. You know, it used to be, you know, when we played, Antonio was going to demand the ball down low. You're not going to come down the court and shoot a three with 17 seconds on a shot clock or 18 seconds. You know, you're going to come in and work out of the big man. And I think today's game is a lot different. I mean, guys are coming down, shooting threes. It's more fast paced, and that's how some of those Phoenix teams play. So it was always a fun, exciting time, and yeah, it was great playing against them.
Awesome, and I think we have Antonio here back for kind of our final question. We're going to wrap things up. I know, Antonio, you talked about the fans here in Toronto a little bit earlier, and of course, Tangerine is the official bank of the Raptors and their fans. Both of you played in the league against numerous teams. Maybe, Mo, we'll start with you. Can you talk about how the fans compare to other fan bases you played for, and why what we have here in Toronto is so special?
Being able to see both sides, because I did some commentating, and in that playoff run, I think it was in 16, 17, I remember going to Cleveland. Our fans are there an hour and a half before the game when they sitting up, sitting around, you know, just standing like all in a section together. We go to Indiana. They're cheering before the game, loud. This is an hour before the game, and it sounds like it's so loud. Their fans have to start cheering. So they not only they putting pressure on you, they are serious about Raptors basketball, and I think they just adopted this love for the team. I mean, everywhere they go, every arena you go to is Raptors fans. They're traveling. They're supporting, and I don't think it's a fan base like that in the NBA, where, you know, I think the Raptors are in a unique situation. We got a whole country behind us, and they travel, they go to the games, they're gonna be loud. When I was playing, I used to look up when we were playing the Pistons, and fans are fighting the Pistons fans. You know, the Pistons fans are rough too. They don't care. they love their team. They're gonna back you. They're gonna support you, and that meant a lot. That meant a lot to me. I've never seen anything like that. I think, hands down, Raptors fans are the greatest fans, possibly in the world. I mean, it reminded me of some of the soccer teams. Some of the soccer, you go over in Barcelona and you see those fans and how crazy they are, and that's how serious they are about basketball. And now them getting championships, they're getting a taste of that success, and they don't want, they want more of that, And it was great. Like I said, when they won the championship, it was great to see, and I was so happy for the fans because, I mean, I remember in 2000, being in the playoffs and seeing our fans there supporting us and saying, man, you know what? It's an unusual amount of fans here at the game. Raptors fans that they'll go buy tickets, more tickets to the team. It's almost like it's a home game. You go to Detroit, it's almost a home game sometimes, and they make other fans man up and cheer for their teams.
I know. I think the last time I saw you in person, we were down in Detroit with like 6, 7, 8 buses of fans that we drove down from Toronto, and you joined us there pregame. So yeah, it's quite the fan base, that's for sure, and hopefully we can keep that going. I don't doubt we can keep that going. So on that note, thank you so much, both Antonio and Mo, for joining us today. I know when we end this call, you can discuss who won the little game that we played here today. I'll leave that up to.
Hey fans, who do y'all think won? We gonna ask the fans.
And that's awesome. But yes, thank you so much for taking the time to share your story, share your energy with us today. And thank you to all the fans that joined us as well, and for being the best fans in the league. And be sure to follow at Tangerine Hoops on Instagram and Twitter throughout the summer for more chances to win other great prizes and be a part of events like this. So again, Antonio, Mo, take care of yourselves. Hopefully we'll see you in person soon in Toronto. And thank you again. So everybody have a wonderful night, and let's go Raptors.
Thank you. Thank you, Kat.
Thank you.
And that's it. See you on the next video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Bye-bye.